Hi guys, another collection video. This time gonna do the big one, which is the original Xbox. So I'll just pan down quickly just to show you from a distance. Yeah, oh dear, there's one or two there, isn't there? Okay. Yeah, just to give it a little brief history. This Xbox collection, I think, started around about 7 months ago. So quite a lot of games in a relatively small amount of time. Yeah, it all started with one game. There was one particular game I really wanted to get, actually. It just, started from there, and I did intend just to get certain games at first. Then obviously once I'd picked all those up, then I decided to get some other games, and it just spiraled into this pile. So yeah, should we get started? Start up at the top. In the corner here we've got some Bond games, Agent Under Fire and Everything or Nothing. They're both okay. Nothing fantastic. Agent Under Fire is probably the better of those two. Next we've got Advent Rising, which I've not tried yet, actually. Oh, it's a bit dark, isn't it? We've got Aliens vs Predator Extinction, a fairly recent pickup. I'm not giving it too much time just yet, though. Come on. Area 51, which is a sci-fi first-person shooter. A lot better than I expected, actually. Come on. Armed and Dangerous, which is a game I've been wanting to play for a while. And yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. Army Men Major Malfunction. I wouldn't say it's rare, but it's definitely uncommon. It's not too bad. It looks a little bit, next we have Azuric, Rise of the Parathia, which again I've not tried yet. I think it's RPG-ish. I just don't really have the spare time for those just yet. Next, Barbarian, which, to be honest, I expected this to be it's kind of a Golden Axe type game, or at the very least a bit like Conan, but it's actually an arena-based fighting game. It's alright, actually. Pick it up on the cheap if you can see it. A couple of Batman games. The Rise of Sin Tzu, which isn't too bad, actually. Based off the cartoon series. It's alright, actually. Not too bad. And that leads us on to Batman Vengeance, which was I won't say it was hard for me to find, but certainly a complete copy in decent condition. Took me a while. Next, Beatdown Fists of Vengeance, which is a Capcom fighting game. It's not great, but I don't think it's terrible. I certainly think it's better than Final Fight Streetwise, marginally. Oh, this is going to waste time, isn't it? Come on, games. Okay, put you up there then, in the naughty corner. Next is Beyond Good and Evil, which is a fantastic game. This was another one I kind of put off, really, for some reason, and yeah, I was a bit of an idiot. It's a really nice game. Definitely the best the best on the Xbox anyway. Next, Big Mother Truckers, which again, I don't think it's all that common, to be honest, which is weird. It did take me a while to find it, but I've got it now. It's all right. It's a fun game, and that leads us on to the sequel, Big Mother Truckers 2, Truck Me Harder, classic. It's more of the same, really. Next, Black, which is a fantastic first-person shooter. It really is. Looks absolutely stunning. Again, better on the Xbox. Next, Blackstone Magic and Steel, which, as you can probably tell, it's a JRPG. Not too many of these were released on the Xbox, actually. It's not too bad. I've played a little bit of it. It's alright. Blinx the Time Sweeper, which was obviously an Xbox exclusive. I think Blinx was supposed to be Microsoft's sort of mascot, if you like. It never really worked out for the poor guy, though, did it? But here he is again in Blinx 2, Masters of Time and Space, which I've not played yet. I have heard some negative comments about it, but it's nice to have anyway. Blade 2, which is a fairly recent pickup. It is about as good as you'd expect, really. It's a movie-based game, hack and slash, you know. Next is Blood Rain, which I'm not a huge fan of, if I'm honest. I think it looks ugly. It doesn't really play all that well, but oh well. And the sequel, Blood Rain 2, which is a North American import. It was free though, so I can't really complain. Bloody Roar Extreme, which is fighting game. It's really nice, actually. Well, I still do prefer the original 2 on the PS1. Obviously these look better, but Blowout, which I've not tried yet still. Again, it's a pretty uncommon game, I think, for the Xbox. Breakdown by Namco. Again, better than I thought it was going to be, if I'm honest. It's alright, actually. Oh, me! Brute Force. Again, it's alright. As with Beyond Good and Evil, I actually put off playing or picking this up for a while. But I've got it now, and it's pretty cool. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Chaos Bleeds, which I played a little bit of, actually. Again, it's better than I expected it to be. It's like I'm gonna shoot Sarah Michelle Gellar in the head there. That'd be a waste, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's alright, actually. It's not too bad. I've got the Burnout series now. Burnout 1. Burnout 2, Point of Impact, which a lot of people, myself included, still consider this the best single-player Burnout game. Burnout 3 Takedown, which technically is my favourite Burnout game. The amount of hours I put into this, offline and online, was stupid. It was a lot of fun on original Xbox Live. And Burnout Revenge, which I wasn't too bothered about picking up on the Xbox, if I'm honest, because I do have the 360 version. But it's really good on the Xbox. You can't really tell the difference. Cabela's Dangerous Hunts, again a pretty uncommon game on the Xbox. Fairly cheap. I just thought I'd pick it up because I've never played anything like this before. So yeah. Call of Duty Finest Hour, the original. Back in the day, this was absolutely fantastic. Really showing its age now. But I would say, seriously, if you're interested in playing the original, then just get the Xbox version. I think the price on Xbox Live Arcade for the newer version, I think it's ridiculous. What was it, 1200 Microsoft points? That's just a joke. Anyway, moving on. Capcom Fighting Jam, which I'm not a huge fan of, if I'm honest. I mean, graphically it looks okay. The fighting is good and solid, but I'm not too keen on the roster that Capcom chose for this. I don't really know why they did that. Some questionable choices in there, I think. Capcom vs SNK 2. It's a silly EO thing. Technically, it's pretty much the same as the Dreamcast version, but I prefer playing it on the Dreamcast. Next, Carmen Sandiego, Secret of the Stolen Drums. I'm not sure about this one. I mean, is this uncommon? I'm not sure. It's not a bad little game though. Nothing like the Mega Drive games in terms of visuals, anyway. Yeah, rubbish. Circus Maximus, Chariot Wars, which again, better than you'd expect, really. I didn't mind it. It's quite a nice little game. Chariot racing, obviously, and you can hack up the other racers. It's all right. I'd suggest picking it up. Cold Fear, which is just fallen over. Which is a Resident Evil 4-ish type game. It's actually pretty decent, I think. Conan. I picked this up basically because I honestly really like the Xbox 360 game. I think it's a charming little thing, really. The original Xbox version, I'm not too sure about. I did kind of expect it to be the exact same game, which it's not. I mean, it's completely different. Yeah, I prefer it on the 360. Conflict Desert Storm 2 and Conflict Global Storm. Pretty standard stuff, really. Conker Live and Reloaded, which is an awesome game. Again, it's not especially rare or anything, but it does tend to go for quite a few pounds or dollars, wherever you're from. Yeah, it's always going to be like that, isn't it? Big release game. It's really good though. Shame you can't play it on live anymore. Conspiracy, Weapons of Mass Destruction. I'm still looking out for an extra copy for you, Pete. It's just nowhere. I forget where I got this from, actually. I don't remember. But to be honest, it's a bit of a rubbish game. Extremely low budget. So yeah. And the last one on this shelf is Crash Bandicoot Twinsanity. This was £1. It's always nice to pick up a Crash Bandicoot game on the cheap. So yeah, it's not too bad. But I think we're going to end the video there, guys. That took a little longer than I expected, actually. But I'll see you again in a bit for part 2.